everybody. I'm hoping every Wednesday to give you guys like an awesome little tidbit, something to make you think or to help you in your practice. I know not every single one will be helpful to every single person, but I know that a lot of us deal with the same things like ins and outs every day. And I'm hoping that today's lesson will help you a little bit with that dream practice that you want to build. And actually, all of this stuff also applies to living your dream life as well. So you can apply this to any part of your life whatsoever. Now I'm going to start with a bit of a warning because oftentimes when I talk about topics like this, so we're talking about visioning today, when I talk about topics like this, people have heard this before. They've been to a conference or a workshop or a class or a CE event or something, and they've been asked to do something like this, something like creating a vision. And so our brain automatically goes to, oh, I already know that. I don't need to listen to this. I've already heard that before. I want you to ignore that, please. Please ignore that. And watch this very short but very important video. Why is that? Well, there's a few reasons. In order to truly learn something, we have to hear it multiple times. Repetition is key, like absolutely key. And also, just because you heard something before doesn't mean you'll hear the same thing again. And you are not the same person that you were the last time you heard that thing. So things will hit differently. We are always growing and changing. Thank goodness, right? Thank goodness we're always growing and changing. And so your dream for your practice. And when I say dream, I mean, that's what I'm talking about, your vision for your practice, your vision for your life could be incredibly different than the last time you did an exercise like this. And I really, really highly recommend that you do not take visioning as a one and done activity. It's not one and done. It should never be one and done because we're not one and done, right? We should always be growing and changing, getting excited about different things, taking new avenues, walking new paths, all of that. So don't let it be a one and done. When you're visioning for your practice, we'll talk about your practice specifically today, but you can apply this to anywhere in your life. You want to make sure you do this like every year, probably. Some years you'll probably look at your vision from last year and your vision from this year, and they'll be very similar. There may be only minor changes that are made. And then there will be years where it will be dramatically different. There will be new things you've learned, new realizations you've had, new priorities in your life. And so your vision for your practice completely changed. It could take a full 180. That's what's fun and exciting about this. That's what keeps it exciting, and interesting. It's what keeps us on our toes, right? That's what keeps life interesting for me, is that I can still get excited about new things and I can change my mind at any point in time. I love having choices. I love being able to change my mind. So when we talk about vision, let's talk about why having a vision is so important and what that will do for you, what that will allow you to accomplish. So I think it's so important because of all of the reasons we're going to talk about right now. That's what this brief training is about. Number one, clarity and direction. When you have a vision, whether that be a vision statement or in my case, pages of vision, because I like to write things down in great detail, it gives you clarity and direction. It acts as your compass. It helps guide you in making decisions. It helps you determine the next steps that you might need to take to achieve your goals. When you have a clear vision that you have taken the time to write down, remember, I always tell you, write everything down. You can stay focused on your aspirations, even when things get tough, even when challenges come up. Number two, alignment of values and goals. When you take the time to really define your vision, to put all those details in and think it through from top to bottom, left to right, it allows you to align your personal values with your professional goals. It helps you to identify what truly matters to you, like deep in your soul. And then you can integrate those things into your practice. When you align your goals and your values, then you can build a purpose-driven practice. And why is that important? Well, if you have a purpose-driven practice, you will want to be there. You will enjoy being there. You will be more fulfilled being there. And so it can be authentically who you are and what your vision is for the practice. What else will a vision give you? Motivation and inspiration. Don't all of us need more of that sometimes? When you have a compelling vision, it can inspire and motivate you, but it can also inspire and motivate your team, the people you surround yourself with. It helps to create a sense of purpose, it brings enthusiasm, and it drives everybody to be working towards a common goal. When you have a vision, it will also provide you with inspiration in those difficult moments. It encourages you to persevere and to innovate if you need to, because you know exactly what it is you're trying to build and what you want it to be. Having a vision also helps you, number 4, with strategic planning. I mean, if you don't know what that dream practice looks like, how can you develop effective strategic plans, right? It will help you to identify specific objectives that you want to meet. It can help you set measurable targets. It can help you establish action steps so that you can get that vision to come to life. And it will help you have structure in that approach because yes, writing down a vision, which is super fun to do. I find it just so exciting and fun to visualize what amazing is and write it all down. But you're going to need some structure so that you can make informed decisions, so you can prioritize activities that align with that vision, and so you can make long-term goals. You're going to require that structure. The vision will help you to do your strategic planning. A vision also helps you to differentiate yourself and to brand yourself. In the sea of dentists and dental specialists that are all over, mostly North America, the people that I work with, man, you've got to stand out from the crowd if you want to be successful in your practice. And when you have a well-crafted vision, it can help set your practice apart from your competition. It allows you to define your unique position in the market and develop a distinct brand identity. And this is not the be-all, end-all, but this can help you to stand out. It will help you then to communicate your vision or pieces of it to your patients, to your team. You can attract like-minded individuals to your practice because you have a clear idea of what that vision is. And you can find other people that resonate with the values and aspirations that you have. A great vision also helps with team engagement and cohesion. Who doesn't want a team that is engaged and helping you work towards that amazing place that you want to get? And working together, right? When you have a vision that you can share with the team, so it becomes the team's shared vision, that fosters engagement of the team and the ability for them to work together. When they understand your vision and they can embrace it, they become active participants in its realization. And this means that work feels like a positive, collaborative space. It also allows your team members to feel empowered and motivated to contribute to all of these things that you want to have happen and to the success of the practice ultimately. Number 7, my last one for you today, professional growth and development. It's one of my favorite topics. If we're not always learning and growing, we're stuck. Life isn't as fun and exciting either. When you create a vision, it will encourage you to continue to learn and grow and improve because that vision is something that hasn't come to reality yet. This is something that you're imagining, that you are desiring. And so it's going to push you outside of your comfort zone because otherwise that would be your reality, right? Right? That dream practice would be your reality if it was within your comfort zone. It's not. So you're going to have to push yourself outside your comfort zone. You're going to have to learn things personally and learn things professionally in order to get there. That might mean investing in education or seeking mentorship, getting a coach, exploring new approaches, reading a bazillion books, podcasts. I don't know. There are so many places you can learn, but you're going to have to learn new things and apply and implement new things to achieve that vision. And that's exciting because every new thing that you learn, that you add on, that you become more with, that's just taking you to the next level. That's just ascending you as a human. And that is never a bad thing. So visioning will help you to define your path, to align your values, to inspire your team, to prioritize the things that need to be prioritized. It's a really powerful tool to drive growth, success, fulfillment, all of those things within your practice. So if you have not done a vision, for your practice in the last year, I challenge you to do one now. You must get a piece of paper and a pen, or you can do it digitally on your computer if that's your thing. And I want you to start dreaming. There are a few things that you should keep in mind before you sit down to do a vision. Number one, you must be in a good and happy place. If I've spoken to you about being above the 50% line, then you know what that means. That's where you have to be. But generally that means you need to be in an emotional state of contentment or higher. So content, happy, optimistic, hopeful, joyful, loving, anything up there. Okay, you have to be in that state because we are our best, most resourceful selves in that state. You do not want to do a vision when you're feeling frustrated, bummed, annoyed, depressed, angry, like any of those emotions. So make sure you're up in a happy, happy place. I like to sit in a quiet space. I like to become very mindful. So taking some deep breaths, getting very present in my body. And I find that's where I have the most clarity around what I truly want in this world. And then you're going to write it down. Now, when I do a practice vision, I like to think of it as my vision for my ideal practice as I see it today. Because really, I can only think with the things that I know right now. And when I write it down, when I said pages, I meant it. I write it down in as much detail as I possibly can. So, for example, that could include things like how many hours a day or days a week that I'm working in this dream practice, how much money I'm making, what kind of team do I have, how many team members, what are they like, how do they talk to each other, what kind of patients do I see, what kind of procedures or treatments do I do, how many new patients come see me every month, what's the energy of the office, what does it feel like, what do our patients say about us, what kind of reviews do they write about us, what's the culture of the office, what's my mindset, how do I feel when I show up at work every day, how do I feel at the end of my day, where do I find joy in my day, etc. And I want you to think of as literally as many categories as you can, and in that vision, write down what ideal is for you. If you haven't defined what it is that would make an ideal, perfect practice day, if you have not defined that, you will never find it. You will never get to it. Because until you've defined it and then made plans to achieve that, it won't just happen automatically, randomly, by chance. There is no chance that it's going to be that way. Otherwise, it would be that way right now. So I challenge you, if you have not done a vision for your practice in the last year, do a vision for your practice. And you know what? If there are things in your life that just aren't the way you want them to be right now either, do a vision for your life. What does a perfect day, week, month, or year look like in your personal life? Same thing. Do all the categories, get into that good space, and write it down. And then you can take steps to make it happen. And of course, all of us deserve that. You deserve to be living the life of your dreams, the life that you want, having the practice of your dreams. And I'm here, hopefully, to help nudge you along down the path. So, do that vision. And then I'll be back next week with something else fun that I can have you do. Maybe a little bit more homework for you. Hope everyone has an awesome week. I'll see you next time. Bye.